Namaskar to all traders and welcome. So today in this video I'll be letting you know about what is swap. You must have seen in many prop firms that there are two types of account. First is normal account and other is swap free account. In order to access this swap free account, you will need to pay 20 to 30% extra fee. Do you really need to pay that? Do you really need swap free account? We will look into that. Which type of account you should choose. So let's understand what is swap actually. Now swap is swap in forex. It refers to the difference in interest rate which is either earned or paid for that trade, that particular trade. If you keep the position, if you keep that trade over the night, if you hold that trade over the night, what happens if you hold the trade over the night? Whatever the interest difference in between that two currency, that pair, the two currency is there in one single pair. So whatever the interest rate difference is that you either pay or either earn, that is called swap. Now the affecting factors that affects the swap is, first is interest rate difference. There are two currencies in one pair, so both have different interest rate. So that is the thing that will affect how much difference it is. Broker commission, they charge some rollover commission. So broker commission and volatility as well, and etc. Now there are two types of swap. First is negative swap and second is positive swap. Negative swap. Say for example, in you are trading USD INR. Say the interest rate is for USD is 7% and for INR is 5%. I'm just taking an example. This is not a correct figure, just an example. Say for example, you are trading on that pair and you went long in that and you have hold that position over the night. You went long. What happens in case of long? You borrow the USD and give the INR to the broker. Now the USD is having a higher interest rate as compared to INR. What happens? When broker was having this USD, he was getting the higher interest rate compared to what you have given INR. So that is why they will deduct that difference, whatever the difference it is there. They will deduct and they will also deduct their commission from that trade. So that kind of swap, it will be charged. That kind of swap is called negative swap. It is in terms of like $5, $6 per trade, per lot, something like that. Now let's look into the example of positive swap. For the same case, for the same pair, what happens? You are going short here. In this case, what happens? You are giving USD and taking INR. You are giving some a currency that is having a higher interest rate compared to what you have taken. So what broker will do? Broker will pay you the interest rate difference. Whatever the difference it is, the broker will pay you instead of taking from there. However, if you compare that thing, like if you compare this positive swap with the negative swap, it is way less compared to this, because in broker what they do, while paying positive swap, they will charge their rollover commission as well. So compared to negative swap, positive swap is very less. There are some strategy for this as well, depending on this, what they do, what the traders do. They find the pair which is having the highest interest rate difference and they trade on that wherever the direction it is which they are getting as positive swap. They will put a position on that and they will hold that position for very long and earn a good return in that. 20 to 30% they make a return in per year. Okay, now do you really need a swap free account? That depends on your trading style, like how the way you trade. Follow this thumb rule. If your trades, 70% of the trades are hold overnight, then go with the swap free account. Otherwise it is not required to pay that 20-30% extra fee. If your 70% of your trade closes in the same day, then you don't need a swap free account. It is waste of money by paying 20-30% extra for that swap free option. Next is broker commission. Since I was talking about the swaps, so I thought of telling you about this as well, because in many Propfirm you will find like $3 per lot, $3 per lot, but there will be a term called round trip or each side. There is a difference, huge difference in this. In round trip, what happens? You open and close the position, you will only be charged $3 for that particular trade commission. Whereas in each side $3 lot, what will happen? When you open the position, at that time as well it will charge $3, and when you close the trade at that time as well they will charge $3. So it is double compared to this. The commission is double here. Instead of 3, they are charging $6 here. While opening the position and while closing the position as well, they will charge $6. So that is the difference here. That's it for the swap and commission. I hope it helps while you do your due diligence while finding out the Propfirm. Jamtson FX closing the information about swap and commission. Thank you.